So obviously EU has just placed a 2-year ban on neonicotinoids believed to be harmful to bees. Do you think we'll see the effect of it? Will it help to save bees?
It depends who you listen to. It's like so many things, there are two sides to the argument. It does seem to disrupt the nervous systems of bees, and so they're said to lose their way in getting back to the hive. So yes, it could be a problem. On the other hand, people will say, well, if we can't use this, we've got to use something else. And I think the big danger is, what's the something else?
So it could be something more harmful?
It could be. I mean, there's something I'm familiar with, which is an example, again, agricultural pesticides. Some years ago, for sheep dips, farmers used to use organophosphates. Great for getting rid of ticks. And the big problem with them was it was very bad for farmers themselves, affected the nervous system. So let's find something better. And so they came up with something called synthetic pyrethroids. Didn't do any harm to farmers, killed the ticks on the sheep, but what was not realised was the fact that it was perhaps 100 times more toxic to anything in the water. So all the insect life, all the crayfish and so on were killed. So you can get these inadvertent problems from trying to do one good thing and then ending up with another problem created by doing this thing.
So could farmers in sort of modern day today actually survive or kind of grow crops without pesticides? Are they essential?
I think you've got to ask something else as well there. I would say in this modern world, people will, it depends who's buying them. If Tesco are going to buy your crop, they will not have a blemish on your crop. If you're growing apples in your garden, you don't mind the odd blemish. It doesn't harm it, but economically, yes, the farmers do need to use pesticides. But on the other hand, most of your crops need pollination by insects. And there are companies they're producing millions of nests of bumblebees to send out to people with glass houses so they can pollinate them. So yes, if this is happening, pollination insects are essential, and so these sort of insecticides, I don't think you can do without them. You've got to you've got to have a balance. You've got to have pollination, yet you've got to control pests. So it's a very careful balance, and I think it'll be something which people will be debating for many years. It's not clear cut. It's not black. It's not white. And at the moment we're somewhere in the middle.
Well, so there's not much intensive farming in Wales, but we still see the numbers of bees dwindling in Wales, which suggests that it's maybe pesticides isn't the main cause. Do you think that's the case?
I think it probably is the case that there are a lot of other factors involved, and certainly bees. I used to keep bees, and all my stocks have gone. Various diseases, particularly varroa mite, has come in and is causing lots of problems to beekeepers now. And we don't have many arable crops here, so we don't need some of these pesticides that you've been talking about. But yes, the bees have declined. So again, it's not the whole answer. I'm sure that bees are damaged by these pesticides, and banning them will stop that damage. But it's not the only thing that's causing a problem. And on the other hand, we don't know what will replace them, and we don't know what farmers will do if their pollinators disappear.
Do you think the ban is an overreaction?
I think in some ways a ban is reversible. If we do too much damage to the bee population, it's better to say, hang on, let's stop now. Let's just see where we've got to. If in a year's time, 2 years' time, it proves that we were overcautious, we can go back again. But you can't go the other way. You can't recreate things that have been wiped out.